Let's talk about how to have faith when things are getting worse. It's like the more you pray, the more you get closer to God, the more you heal. Okay, it seems like this person is getting more distant and just abandon you. You know what I'm saying? And the man that you loved has now turned into somebody else. And you want the person that you once knew, and you're still required to have faith. Let's talk about how to have faith when things are getting extremely bad right before your eyes. So I want to talk about a time where I felt like I was right there at breakthrough. Have you ever felt like, you finally getting to a place of breakthrough only to see that, oh my God, like things just fall apart in front of your eyes, and you're like, you're too tired to believe again, and it's like, how do I keep going, when nothing screams stability in this situation? One thing is something that the Lord had told me, and you may have heard me say this before. I remember one time where we had got into a really bad argument, and I was already like over a year in my stand, and he literally was just refusing. I mean, it did not matter what I did. He would always just rebel against it completely for whatever reason. It didn't matter if I was nice to him. It did not matter. He just was completely wayward and rebellious. And I remember I was just so defeated because I had come this far, and I felt like I was just standing in the same spot. As the times went by, the only thing that changed was me. But he just, it seemed like when I got better, he got worse. And I remember that night of defeat. And I remember it was like, this had to have been like early, either at the very end of 2021 or early 2022 is when I really felt like I was being defeated. I'm not even gonna lie. And what happened was I felt defeated. So the night that I was crying out to the Lord, I'm trying to remember, the night that I was crying out to God, I was so down. I was telling God, like, I'm ready for you to let me finish this because this doesn't make any sense. Like, he's not budging, like, and I'm hearing people talk about free will and all of these different things. And what happened was, in that moment, the Lord told me, Raven, remember the previous dark times you were in, and remember how I came and saved you. And I was able to reflect on the previous defeated times I felt, and God always came through with something to keep me going. I tell that story to you because I want you to think about the evidence that God is giving you. Okay? Think about the times that God has shown up for you. Even if your person did not change, think about the times where God always encouraged you to keep going. Now, I know you're going to be like, well, Raven, I'm tired. How long does this take? How long is this going to happen? And this is such a common question. But I'm going to tell you, I want to tell you a secret about God. God is going to get you to a place where the timing doesn't matter. He is going to get you to a place of determination to where you are like, okay, God, let's just continue this. Like, he's going to get you to a place where the time frame does not matter to you. I went through the same thing where I just laid down my expectations. I laid down my anxiety. I laid down my extreme desire for this thing to change. It was to a place where I was like, God, either you're going to do this or you're going to set me free. And the Lord always came through. Now, what's going to happen is when you are defeated, God is going to come through. If the Lord himself has surely told you to stand and you feel defeated right now, for sure, you have some type of encouragement in front of you. He's going to give it to you because he called you to do this. If you're in a place of defeat right now because of things, how things are, or maybe the divorce has gone through, or you just had an argument with this person, I want you to be human. Okay, I don't want you to be so super spiritual to where you feel like I gotta obey God, and or it's not going to happen. It's going to happen because God said. But I want you to take a moment to be human and cry it out. Tell God how you feel. I'm not saying give up, but definitely give the burden to the Lord, and be as human as possible in this moment. Cry it out, because a lot of people, they say, well, I'm trying to be strong. This journey is not meant for you to be on your own strength. This is on the strength of God, because you're battling bloodline altars. You're battling things that nobody ever contended for when it came to this person. This is something that God is teaching you to develop perseverance. That's what he's teaching you. He's trying to get you to learn how to keep going. I had to develop perseverance in order to sustain the promise, okay? Because Satan banks on our inconsistencies. He thrives when we are not consistent. He thrives when it feels like, oh, we're weak in this area. You see what I'm saying? So it's like God will let you be human, but definitely he's going to require you to keep going, because you got to learn how to persevere, okay? Also, you're going to remember all of what you went through. And when you get your promise from the Lord, you're going to cry, because all of what you went through, this is a process. It's not to hurt you. It's not to punish you. It is to show you more about God than restoring your marriage. Okay? This is the vehicle that God is using to bring you into intimacy with him. But I'm not telling you not to be human. Be human, okay? But keep going at the same time. Don't give up on the Lord. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.